Following a months-long multi-state investigation led by the Wapello County Sheriff's Office, a man has been arrested suspected to be responsible for burglarizing at least 16 school districts in Missouri and Iowa. According to the Sheriff's Office, the case began on February 2nd of this year when the Cardinal Community School District in Wapello County, Iowa reported break-ins at its elementary, middle, and high school buildings. The suspect caused property damage and stole more than $4,000 in cash. As the investigation continued, reports of similar incidents began to surface at schools in Missouri and southwest Iowa. On April 29th, a joint operation executed warrants at the suspect's residence in Jacksonville and Sherwood, Arkansas. 40-year-old Curtis Lee Barton was taken into custody without incident. Let's head over now to KQ2's Chief Meteorologist Mike Braciano with a first look at our forecast this evening. Hi, Mike.
Hello, Mary Grace. And today we started off with a few showers, then had a break with some sunshine, and now we're ending the day with a few showers. As you can see right now, a live look at our Reed Autoplaza camera down the south side of St. Joseph there. You can see the rain has fallen through the area, but that storm is moving away. But we do have another one up near Omaha that we're going to have to kind of keep a close watch on as well. So some showers move through, and there's that next little batch right up here. See Omaha, and you can see these showers drifting down to the south. Here's where the activity is right now, heading towards Platte City, and so we're kind of on the edge of that. Cold air, I mean cold air, coming in to central parts of Nebraska and Kansas, where they could see some frost for tonight. So a cold evening. We'll take a closer look at some of these storms coming up in just a few minutes. Mary Grace.
Thanks, Mike. St. Joseph City leaders released the findings from the St. Joseph Housing Needs Assessment this morning. According to the summary, the key findings of the assessment included a declining population that indicates employees are choosing to live in surrounding cities and commute into St. Joseph due to better options for employee housing. Other findings include that available housing is concentrated near downtown and midtown, but overall neighborhood conditions, quality of the properties, and lack of access to utilities may inhibit residents from occupying these units. You can read more on the assessment on our website, kq2.com. Across Missouri, in honor of Kansas City Fire Department firefighter and paramedic Graham Hoffman, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe ordered United States and Missouri flags to be flown at half-staff at government buildings in Cass, Clay, Jackson, and Platte counties, the Firefighters Memorial of Missouri in Kingdom City, and firehouses across the state today. In response to Kehoe's directive to lower flags to half-staff in honor of Hoffman, Northwest Missouri State University joins in mourning the loss of a member of the Bearcat family. Hoffman graduated from Northwest in 2017 with a degree in GIS Emergency Management Response. He was also a member of the Tau Kappa Epsilon fraternity. In honor of Missouri's fallen law enforcement officers, Governor Mike Kehoe has ordered the Missouri State Capitol Dome and Missouri Law Enforcement Memorial to shine blue starting at sunset today until sunrise on Sunday. The 2025 Candlelight Vigil will be held today. The memorial service will take place on Saturday at the Missouri Law Enforcement Memorial on the north side of the state capitol. 4 law enforcement officers who died in the line of duty in 2025 have been added to the memorial's Wall of Honor, as well as 2 historical officer deaths. There are now 752 fallen officers on the Wall of Honor. Earlier this week, the Missouri Senate Committee on Family, Seniors, and Health heard testimony on House Joint Resolution 73. The resolution would undo many of the reproductive rights that Missouri voters added to the state constitution by passing Amendment 3 in the November general election. The resolution was passed by the House earlier this year. The Committee on Family, Seniors, and Health advanced the resolution along party lines.
I find it very disappointing to undo the will of the voter once again. And, supporters of the HJR 73 insist that the voters were confused. However, we had 5 witnesses in support of that bill, and we had over 150 folks traveling from across the state in opposition. So we're the confused voters. They didn't show up to any of the repeals of Amendment 3.
If passed, the resolution would be placed as a ballot initiative on the November 2026 ballot. A provision of Proposition A mandating businesses provide paid sick leave is now in effect. Missouri voters passed the measure in November with 58% of the vote. Businesses are required to give employees 1 hour of paid sick leave for every 30 hours they work. Beginning yesterday, employees that are eligible will start to accrue this paid sick leave. Earlier this week, the Missouri Supreme Court upheld Proposition A, rejecting a challenge against the measure.
Now that workers have this right, Democrats will fight like hell over the next couple of weeks to make sure they get to keep it. With nearly 50% of Missouri voters approving Proposition A, that should have been the end of it. But after losing at the ballot box again and again, and at the Supreme Court, the anti-worker forces in the state just won't let it go.
The proposition will also raise minimum wage to $15 per hour by 2026. Nationally, the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee approved its budget reconciliation proposal to secure the border and modernize the United States air traffic control system. The committee, led by Chairman Sam Graves, will now send the proposal to the House Budget Committee. Graves' proposal would reduce federal spending and deficits by rescinding unobligated funds and eliminating 7 Green New Deal-style programs. It ensures that electric vehicles pay to fix roads and bridges like other vehicles, provides additional investments in the Coast Guard to better protect the borders, and invest in the improved safety and reliability of the air traffic control system by replacing outdated technology. Well, China says the U.S. has reached out to start negotiating on tariffs. It's the first time China has acknowledged there is movement and possibly negotiating. It comes as new job numbers were released today. They are better than expected. ABC's Perry Russum is in Washington.
For the first time, China acknowledging the U.S. has reached out to start negotiations on tariffs. The process is still in its early stages. China, facing a tariff of 145%, says they are still evaluating the U.S. reaching out. It comes as the Trump administration is ramping up its trade war with China. Any packages coming in from China and Hong Kong with a value of $800 or less are now subject to tariffs. There are 4 million of what's called low-value packages a day. They now face a 120% tariff or $100 package fee. It will increase to $200 on June 1st. Meanwhile, new jobs numbers today show the U.S. added 177,000 jobs last month. The unemployment rate staying at 4.2%. Those numbers are better than expected. Labor Secretary Lori Chavez-DeRemer on CNN.
As we see the American worker, manufacturing jobs go up, transportation jobs go up, construction jobs month over month. So this is good for the American economy.
The White House today releasing their proposed budget for fiscal year 2026. It calls for $163 billion in cuts to federal spending. There are cuts to education, foreign aid, environment, and health programs, increases to defense and homeland security. That budget proposal is basically a wish list from the White House. It's up to Congress to create and pass the budget. Then the president signs it. But this does give a better idea of what the administration is prioritizing. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
When we come back on Live at 5, the Performing Arts Association is hoping to move into the future under a new brand. We hear on the executive director about 816 Live. And the annual Beer Walk for the Arts returns to St. Joseph this month. How you can get tickets. Stay with us. We'll be right back after our break. Welcome back. Earlier this week, the Performing Arts Association unveiled a new name to go along with its historic performances here in St. Joseph. The organization wanting to bring new life into the arts as the lineup for the 2025-26 season has been released. KQ2's Courtney Rowe has more on 816 Live.
The Performing Arts Association is kicking off a new season with a new name.
816 Live. It's fresh, it's exciting, and colorful, and it doesn't sound like a meeting.
The organization hopes that the new name will have a significant impact on bringing more people to the Missouri Theater and other venues across town.
I think it's also going to bring people from Kansas City up here, because now they're going to recognize that area code, and they're going to realize that there's more to do within their region, specifically up here in St. Joe. And so we're hoping that we get a lot more people from that region coming up here to the Missouri Theater and seeing what incredible historic things we have going on in this downtown area.
Storiel recognizes the importance of keeping things fresh and adapting to change.
Things are changing every day everywhere else, and we cannot let things in St. Joe remain stagnant. We have to keep up with what everyone else is doing in order to compete. Especially with our organization, we are competing with a lot of Kansas City theaters and event centers, and so we have to compete as well.
While a new name can help bring attention, Storiel emphasizes the need for community support to keep the arts alive.
Especially for the kids, we need to give them more opportunity to come see shows at the Missouri Theater. They need to know, they need to see what's going on inside those doors. There's some incredible things happening in there.
And keeping the community involved with the arts will ensure more opportunities arise in town.
The arts breeds creativity. And so if we keep bringing in more arts, there's going to be more creative people walking around the streets in front of our building. The future is bright. The future is exciting.
Storiel adds that the organization has a few changes up its sleeves as they move forward into the future with the hope to expand to other event venues. And on May 17th, the Allied Arts Council is hosting the 13th annual Beer Walk for the Arts. The annual event takes place in the historic Harris-Kemper neighborhood, where there will be history, food, music, and of course beer. The walk starts at 2 p.m. It ends at 5 p.m. Tickets are $40 per person or guest can take advantage of the Beer Buddy special, which is 2 tickets for $60. You can find a link to purchase tickets in this story on our website, kq2.com. Still ahead on Live at 5, Northwest Missouri State University launching a new center to assist first-year mentorship to take the place of the Office of Diversity and Inclusion.
And we still have some scattered showers in the area. We'll talk more about that coming up. But first, here's a look at your almanac. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Northwest Missouri State University announced it will launch the Center for Engagement and Community Connections at the start of the fall semester. The new center replaces the university's Office of Diversity and Inclusion, which was announced that it would be dissolved this spring. The Center for Engagement and Community is designed to broaden first-year peer mentoring, other mentorship programs, and expand the role of students to engage in programs that promote dialogue, celebrate cultures, and encourage collaboration. And today, Northwest celebrated the first day of spring commencement. 2 ceremonies were held recognizing graduates at 10:30 and 2 p.m. The university will host 2 more tomorrow at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. at Bearcat Arena in Lambkin Activity Center. Doors will open 60 minutes before each ceremony time. A live stream of the ceremonies can be found on Northwest's website. And in Atchison, Kansas, Benedictine College has taken a step forward with the hiring of a dean and assistant dean for the college's medical school project. Marla DiPolo Golden will be the founding dean of the proposed Benedictine College School of Osteopathic Medicine, and Deacon Kevin Tulipana has been appointed associate dean. Benedictine College announced it is the intention to launch the proposed School of Osteopathic Medicine. The new medical school will train 180 medical students per year. The hope is to have the first class in 2028 and the first graduating class in 2032.
Now, from the KQ2 Weather Desk, your KQ2 Local Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Mike Brasciano. Sponsored by Colony House Furniture and Bedding.
It was nice today for those brief moments of sunshine we had.
That's right. We did have some rain showers that moved in this morning, and then we caught a little bit of a break, got some sunshine, and then some more rain late this afternoon, and we still are watching a few showers just to the north of us. Here's a great look at our tower camera. We're looking to the south and to the east, and you can almost see, if you look right here, that stretches where the rain is occurring right now, all the way down to the south and to the east of us towards Kansas City. This is I-29. You can see all the traffic that's moving right along there, going right into this pretty big area of rain and maybe even a little bit of some hail. So a really cool look to our south and east as you can see the cloud development that's where the rain is. Now, for us today, 65 was the high, 46 the low, 71 and 48 your normals, 92 the record back in 1968, and 30 that record low back in 1961, 2/100 of an inch of precipitation. So, as we go through this evening, scattered showers and possibly a thunderstorm, but look at that great weekend that we're going to be having to enjoy. And unfortunately, next week we have more rain and storms that will be coming our way. And if you're heading out to the parade tomorrow, watch out for the pollen. It's going to be on the high side. So here's some of the bigger storms. All this pink you see here, that's a tornado watch, but that's well away from us. We talked about it last night that there would be a little disturbance up in portions of Nebraska, and that would drift down our way not only in the morning, but in the afternoon, and that is what is happening right now. And there you can see some of those bigger showers right there. And as we looked on our tower camera, looking to the south, you could see those showers entering into Kansas City. Now we're watching still back up here for more rain to move on through, so we're not out of the woods just as of yet. There's a fairly decent area of showers just down into southern parts of Buchanan County. Platte City getting hit pretty good with a thunderstorm right now. So we probably catch a little bit of a break and then another chance for some rain. Then I think after 9, 10 o'clock, we're done. 42 tonight, tomorrow looks good at 65, a cool day. The extended forecast, Sunday looks good at 68, Monday 73, Tuesday some late night showers possible, then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, more rain chances. Mary Grace?
All right, thanks, Mike. Still ahead on Live at 5. The Apple Blossom Parade is tomorrow. We look back on the sights and sounds from past years. After a break, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Parkview Elementary School in Cameron invited some special guests for Careers on Wheels. Careers on Wheels is a chance for elementary schoolers to learn more about different careers in the area, whether it be with something like the Missouri Department of Conservation, agriculture, MoDOT, or even being a news reporter. This year, all of Parkview's students got a chance to meet with career-oriented individuals and learn what the future could hold for them. KQ2's Noelle Harden visited with some students this time around and taught them more about the life of a news reporter.
Can I have your name?
Liam.
Liam? Mm-hmm. Okay. And Liam, what town do you live in?
I live in Kim, Missouri.
All right. And what is your favorite part about school?
I like it when we do fun things inside of school.
Fun things? Mm-hmm. Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you very much, Liam.
Be sure to catch KQ2 News among other career fairs around the area. The Apple Blossom Parade is tomorrow. The more than a century-long tradition remains a staple here in St. Joseph. KQ2's Courtney Rowe takes us through some of the sights and sounds of previous years.
For more than a century, the Apple Blossom Parade has been a highlight of St. Joseph.
Welcome to the 2008 Apple Blossom Parade, brought to you by
What started as a promotion for apple growers turned into a spectacle for the whole town to see. While some may see the Apple Blossom Parade as just that, a parade, for others it's an annual celebration and entry into spring.
Don't forget the Apple Blossom Parade kicks off tomorrow morning. If you can't make it out to the parade, you can catch it on our live stream at kq2.com. You can also watch it again tomorrow night following the 10 p.m. news, Sunday at 11:30 a.m., and then after the 10 p.m. news on Sunday. Stay with us. We'll be right back with another check of your forecast.
All right, as we take a quick look down to the south, still watching those showers that are moving away from us, but we do have a few scattered showers up to the north, so we'll keep that chance for some rain in the forecast as we go through your evening hours. Now tomorrow, I think that we'll be fine. So as we're talking about for the remainder of tonight, maybe a few scattered showers and then mostly cloudy. 42 will be that overnight low. So it will be kind of chilly tomorrow morning for the Apple Blossom Parade, Mary Grace. So if you're going to be walking or watching, you might want to wear a coat.
I need a jacket.
You need a jacket.
All right, good to know.
65 for the high by tomorrow afternoon.
All right, thanks, Mike. Thank you for joining us. World News Tonight is next. We'll see you back here for KQ2 News at 6.
Nelly, 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 Nelly.
We're ready. We're ready, oh yeah. On the next Live at 5, we are joined by a financial expert to discuss the difference between mutual funds and EFTs.
And we've got a nice start to the week. We'll talk about that on the next Live at 5.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, Curtis. No.
What do you say?
Yeah. He said, thanks, I appreciate it. And I said, and next time, we go out, I'll buy you a shot. And he said, he gave me 2 thumbs up and a beer in between.
Damn, I guess I really can't start putting stuff on his bill, can I?
So that's what he said. So he's there, but I got a new sponsor I have to show.
Do you want music for anything?
It's the rain gauge.
Okay. I'll come down here and get the sports OTS.
Did you see that big wreck in Yellowstone?
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, for Mary Grace.
You did? Do you want me to run audio?
I mean, if you want to, yeah.
Okay. I think this should be like that Sadie Thompson day.
Saving
where-
Private Ryan?
Huh?
Huh?
Where everybody changes places.
That's called trading spaces.
That's not called trading spaces.
I
That's,
just don't want to anchor, though. Please don't make me anchor.
no, that's that Sadie Hawkins thing.
That's the City Hawkins dance.
Huh? Yeah, Sadie Hawkins. That's the Ruth Buzzy. You know who Ruth Buzzy was, didn't you?
No. Oh, talking Curtis?
Curtis.
Hmm.
Curtis? You know who Ruth Buzzy is? There's an art on commercial right there. Yeah.
You know who Ruth Bader Ginsburg is?
No, it's not Ruth Peter.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg? Huh?
Under a minute.
Eh.
Peace, I say.
What? My tie's straight.